Greetings, metal community. It's Roger back with a collection update. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video. Did have the flu with pneumonia attached to it, so I've been not feeling great for a couple of weeks. Mostly kind of my voice and coughing and shit like that, so it's not been like terrible. I mean, I don't get... It wasn't a man flu. But yeah, regardless, this is black metal only, as the thumbnail says. In the background we will be playing the new Havukruunu, Tavastland. Killer finish, I would say kind of slightly pagan black metal, especially on this album. But they do have a lot of heavy metal. There's a lot of kind of choirs, you know, layered vocals, both clean and harsh vocals. But also on this album there's more of the kind of epic battery feel to it. I still have those, you know, very heavy metal-ish riffs. And yeah, it's a little bit more kind of, I don't know, darker than the previous albums in a way. Not as kind of playful. But still, it's a great album. I do prefer the two previous releases, or three previous releases, over this, but it's getting better for each spin, and I just say they kind of just changed up a little bit, which is good. You can't keep kind of redoing the same shit over and over again. That would be boring. So I'm very happy with it. I wish the production would have been a little bit clearer. I said that on the previous album as well. You know, I just think that it's a little bit too murky. It would pop out a little bit better if the production had been a little bit clearer. But that's kind of just a minor thing. But for me, I like to blast music loud, and when you turn up, this album is kind of hurting your ears. But yeah. Killer album, go and check it out if you haven't already. I'm sure you have. Next up is a demo from Imri-Wis Winds from Australia, featuring Mattock's Deep Shadow. And you got on this demo Lee from Warhammer 666. I think there's another guy playing guitar as well on this one, but I'm not sure. Sorry if I've done anything wrong there, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is very primitive, noisy black metal, which is not my normal wheelhouse for black metal. And I would probably not have checked this out if it hadn't been for this being Matt's band. But I'm glad I did, because, as I said to him, the second song was kind of an instant like for me here, but it kind of have more of a decadent feeling, pest noir feeling with a little bit cleaner guitars. I think that song was very, very cool first time I heard it. But getting this and spinning it like 4 or 5 times, 5-6 times really, there was several cool riffs here that popped out, and buried in the noise. And that's kind of why I don't like the noisy parts, because it takes, you know, it's a little bit harder to pull out the good riffs. But my favorite riff now is kind of the riff on the 4th song here. Conformists to the Flame. That main riff there is very good. I really like that riff. That's a riff that I personally would have built more, done more with that riff, but you know, that's Matt's band, so he can do whatever he wants. Hopefully a little bit clearer production next time, but I'm sure that there will be progression here for sure. I mean, this is not a fantastic demo. I've seen a lot of people are talking with very big words when they hear, you know, people's first demos and releases, and kind of, especially in the YouTube community, it's very like inflation in positivity, I feel. I don't mind that, but it kind of, where do you go if you call this fantastic and the next release is way better? What word should you use then? So this is a good start, and I really like a lot of the riffs here, and the ideas are there. It's just need a little bit, more finishing touches on it, and I'm sure Matt will get that done for the next release. I'm very much looking forward to hearing the continuation of this project, because the riffs are there, so it's just for me a little bit too noisy. I was of course thanking John over at Rock and Metal Plus for sending me this one. He had ordered a bunch from Fomorian Rec Production, so I think he had 5 copies, and he kindly sent me one, so I'm very much appreciating that. John also sent a Warhammer 66 sticker, and also this compilation with Modern Dread and Infidel Reich, Vincent Crowley, Acheron, Kai, and Warhammer 666, so really cool to have this as well. On to the next one. This is an old classic demo as well. Graveland, Celtic Winter, or Celtic Winter. I say Celtic. I don't know what's right. I don't think anybody knows what's the right way to pronounce it. It seems like, but who gives a flying fuck? I've always loved this demo. I do have it on a CD, or maybe it's a tape, the original release of it, and I just wanted it on vinyl because this is one of my favorite Graveland releases. I really like especially the first one, but Graveland overall is a very unique sounding band, especially in the rhythm section, but also his vocals are really cool, and the riffs are, there's no other band that I know of that sounds like Graveland, and that's why it's a standout band. You can say they are a little bit rough on the edges and a little bit out of sync sometimes when they play, but I just feel that that's fucking awesome. So killer demo. Next 3 is from one band that I've kind of been wanting to get the rest of the albums, but I think I have them all now. This is of course Sargeist. This is the Feeding the Crawling Shadows. Don't remember when this came out, not that it matters. 2014. Yeah, primitive, raw, Finnish black metal, quality band. Don't need to speak too much about this band because everybody should know them, and I'm sure they. And this is Death Veneration, damn tongue twister, out on World Terror Committee. Has the song titles in English. Probably came out 18. I would guess, of course, on black metal vinyl. Just another. I mean, Sargeist that really haven't done any bad releases at all, so it's just nice to kind of fill up the. And this is probably, well, apart from Let the Devil In, probably my favorite release. This is Disciple of the Henious Path. Really cool cover. I love that type of black metal covers. This is an Osmose reissue, I'm guessing. I don't remember when this came out. 2000. It was written and in 2001, but I think it was 2005 that was the original with a poster. So yeah, a very cool reissue. So yeah, just was drawn into that. This came on I don't know what you call this, kind of blood colored with black splatter or black marbled, maybe. I don't know and I don't care. It's not the worst I've seen, but as I said, I prefer my vinyl black as the style of music. It doesn't really fit with color vinyls and black metal. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I also picked up this one. I've kind of never liked this album, especially the original CD release, but this is kind of a remastered on like half-speed remaster. I don't know if that's why this sounds way better on vinyl. This is Prometheus. Emperor. Everybody knows this album as well. But for me, the original CDs, it doesn't really sound as good as this one. So this was a kind of a nice album to return to. I really enjoyed it. It comes on a black vinyl, of course. So for me, it's only the Equilibrium album that I don't like with Emperor, because that production on that album is crap. But it's probably the remastered here that does this album justice and lifts it up to a more. I just felt it was clearer and more energy in the production. So yeah, save that for last. Over to UK. One that I have on original CD, but also one that I kind of always wanted on vinyl. It's December Moon. Source of Origin. I think this came out in 96 or something like that. I do not remember. Should have checked it, but yeah, it's black metal, but it's also have a lot of heavy metal riffs, and there's some high pitching vocals here as well, which is very cool. I'm sure most of you should have at least heard about this band. I mean, there wasn't a lot of great black metal coming from England back in the days, and this was one of the kind of standouts for me back in the 90s. So I always liked this album, and it has this kind of a matte finish on the cover. Very well put together. Edition, I don't know who released it. It says there, but it was couldn't read it. But yeah, really cool to have this on vinyl, and a really good album, in my opinion. It's kind of more. It's not raw primitive black metal. It's just more kind of heavy metal-ish riffing. So yeah. I also picked up. This is from last year. The Svarttjern, Draw Blood. These guys have been active for a long time, but it's been a while since their last album. And I kind of didn't like that last album that much. I think it was a little bit overproduced or too clean production on it, maybe. But this one is a good step in the right direction. It's a little bit more evil and a little bit more energy and a little bit more rougher production, which fits the band. It's not as good as the first couple of albums, but a little bit to return to form by Svarttjern on this album. So Norwegian raw evil black metal. Again, a band that I think a lot of you know. Probably not all of you, but as I said, they haven't been very active the last couple of years. So it might have gone under your radar if you wasn't aware of them in the mid-2000s and onwards. Another one that I've been kind of wanting on vinyl, or I haven't got this in any format, is Pan-Amerikan Native Front with Tecumseh Swore. Yeah, again, you know, this Native American black metal, sort of. I do like this better than Black Braid. Just to be clear, even first Black Braid was good, but the second one was just a continuation of part one. Pan-Amerikan Native Front is better, better songwriting. They have more identity, I feel, and comes with this. I don't know what to call this crappy looking album, but probably some orange shit color. But yeah, if you haven't heard this band, go and check them out. It is, you know, US black metal. I won't say that they are. They do have these kind of native instruments here and there. Native instruments, but they have this native feel to some of them. A little bit folky elements to them, I would say. I wouldn't pretend to know anything about, you know, the Native American music culture, but it just gives you that undertone of like you get it with a lot of Norwegian bands. You have this folky undertone in a lot of riffs, but I really like this band, and very happy to have this one in my collection. And at least if you like Black Braid, you should definitely get this band because they are better. Last one is also a demo collection. I saw White Filth talking about this. This is Baxaxaxa, yeah, whatever. Terrible band name. Spells from the Crypt, but Baxaxaxa spells from the Crypt is yeah, this Hellfire demo from 1992, which is really primitive and raw and very run-of-the-mill. Nothing special about that at all. Yeah, just it sounds just like we did when we played back in the 90s. Just raw and primitive, and nothing to be excited about. But you know, the 2019 demo and also the 7-inch from 2020 is really good. It's a totally different band, you know, just way more quality. I think this was a double, yeah, it's a double disc, and yeah, black vinyl. Let's pull out one of the discs. So I didn't buy it for the, you know, early stuff. I bought it because I like the newer Baxaxaxa is much better. Down with the most lights. No, high. Down with the most high. I think is the label. But yeah, if you like, it's basically raw black metal, but you know, the newer stuff is pretty good, and the albums they have released are pretty good as well. So I would probably go and check them out. But as I said, the 92 stuff is not interested at all because they're not very good songs. They're just very, very mediocre. But the rest of the stuff is cool, and it's a very cool release. I think there was this kind of track list and the covers and stuff like that, probably from the releases. I don't know, but yeah, that was what I had. Sorry for me stumbling. I'm out of practice, so you have to bear with me. And I'm not saying that I will be better in my next video, but yeah. So that was all for this video. 20 minutes is more than enough. I will be joining the heavy metallurgy on Friday for a Friday US time, but in Europe it's 3 in the night. So yeah, we are doing a deep dive and ranking of Dark Throne's discography, which has been a terrible thing to go through, but I've done it, so hopefully it will be cool. It will be Marty, Ben, Brain Smasher, and also Austin from Panopticon, and myself, Alan, will not be joining us for that stream. So yeah, hope to see some of you in the chat there. I will try and keep up with what you're saying. I will probably get some shit for my opinion on some of the albums, but that's the fun thing about it. So yeah, see you then. I will probably do another collection update sometime this week. I do have a stack of CD from Vic Records that I will talk about in just one video, and I also have some OGs that I'm gonna show as well. So stay tuned. There will be more shit coming pretty soon from me, and thanks for watching. Be sure.